Today we are announcing a brand new series to the channel. The series is called Tiers. Now the way it's gonna work is we are gonna start with a team full of common players and we are going to take them into ranked seasons. Now if you do end up enjoying today's content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that red subscribe button as well. Follow me on all social medias at Bhlademyst, same way it is spelled on the YouTube channel username. So getting back to the topic of tiers, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. That way it is as fun as possible. So you see our starting 9. Everybody is common. You look at the bench, everybody is common. You look at the starting rotation, all commons, bullpen, same thing. This is how it's going to work. In order for us to upgrade the common player, which is going to be the base tier, we need to hit at least 500 with that common player in 4 at-bats. So in order to be upgraded, we need to get a minimum of 4 at-bats inside the game unless the opponent rage quits. If the opponent rage quits, then of course we go ahead and take into account how many at-bats most players had, and if they hit over 500 and whatever number of at-bats they had, then we do the calculations and we upgrade it by tiers. So the base tier is a common tier. The second tier is bronze, 65 to 69. Then after that, it is 70 to 74. So there are 2 bronze tiers. The same thing is going to go for silvers. Silvers, it's going to be 75 to 77 and then 78 to 79. And then for gold, same thing, 80 to 82, 83 to 84. For diamonds, it's going to be 85 to 89. And then 90 to 95, and then 96 to 99 basically. So that's how we're going to be working in terms of tiers. And for hitters, as explained previously, they need to hit 500 in a minimum of 500 at bats. When it comes to the bench, all the bench players need to do is get 1 knock. If they come off the bench, get a knock, they automatically get an upgrade. But this is the tricky part about it. If let's say we replace Chris Davis with a 65 to 69 overall bronze and the bronze card goes 0 for 4, anybody that throws a donut up there in terms of hitting that is not a player, they downgrade the tier of that position. So who do you think, and this is going to be the Easter egg for today's video, who do you think in terms of position players is going to be the first one to get to diamond? Not signature series, but get to 85 to 89 overall diamond out of every single position we have out here. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the pitching and how it's going to work. So in order for a starting pitcher to go up a tier, they need to get a quality start. Now, if you're wondering what exactly is a quality start is 6 innings pitched, allowing 3 earned runs maximum. So in order for these common players to get a 65 to 69 overall to take their spot, they need to go ahead and pitch lights out. Now, downgrades for pitchers, it's going to be a little bit more different. A downgrade for a pitcher will come if the pitcher cannot pitch a minimum of 5 innings. Now, since it is common base tier, you can't downgrade from common. As I said, for the bullpen, this to me is going to be the absolutely easiest way to upgrade. All you have to do is throw 1 shutout inning. If you face 1 batter only, it does not count in terms of an upgrade slot. But if you pitch 1 inning, get a hold or a save, that allows us to go ahead and upgrade these common players. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this series is going to be a lot of fun. I'm not expecting to win a lot of games, and to be honest with you all, I don't even really care about my record with ranked seasons or ranked seasons in general. I'm just looking to have some fun, bring some content for you all, and just make the best possible content towards MLB The Show 20, so we can do the same thing in MLB The Show 20 and start it off with a bang. Now, who do you think will hit diamond first in terms of either starting pitchers or bullpen? That's going to be the second Easter egg, and I'm talking about 85 to 89 overall diamond. Now, another thing is, if there are any players you guys want me to put in specifically for 65 to 69 overalls, just make sure you leave it down in the comment section and I'll look into them and I'll go ahead and slot them in whenever we do get an upgrade. Now, This part of the video, what we're going to be doing is discussing every player I have starting. As you guys can see, it's 64 overall and below, and I'll tell you why I picked every single player I have in the starting lineup. So let's go to the lineup. Actually, we start with Kian Wong. So Kian Wong, with every single common player you see on this team, or that you're going to see on this team, I specifically looked into fielding, and I made sure that it was, out of all the common players, one of, if not the highest fielding. And the reasoning behind that is I need good fielding, especially if I'm playing with common players. Anybody can get 2 base hits and then move a runner over and drive in a run. We can do that with anybody. But if we have common players that have common fielding, that is going to allow us to give up way too many runs that I'd rather not, because I don't have that insurance or that flexibility where I can say, that's all right, we made a mistake on the field, but I know Ken Griffey Jr. is going to go ahead and hit a solo shot. Number 2 hitting for us is going to be Michael Hermosillo. I believe he's Spanish. I could be completely wrong. He doesn't really look Spanish, so I might be completely wrong. But he has 69 fielding in right field. I picked him up because he has some pretty good speed as well. 64 arm strength leaves a lot to be desired, but I do believe for a 64 overall common, this is one of the best ones we could have gotten with good fielding. And then we look at left field. Left field, I was mightily impressed with Mac Williamson. He has 78 fielding, 67 speed, one of the best fielding left fielders out there, and he's a power hitting left fielder. Even though those numbers don't really stand out to be power hitting numbers, compared to most left fielders, he's a power hitter. Now, cleaning up for us, this should make the most amount of sense to everybody. Chris Davis is an absolute monster. Even though he's a bronze, 60 fielding is enough for first base, since first base fielding doesn't really matter at all. Now, arm strength, if he needs to cut off a throw and then throw home, that's the only time it'll really affect us. 25 speed is the only real downside to this card besides his vision. Then we go to third base. I was pleasantly surprised with this third baseman. He had 76 fielding, which is basically silver tier. His reaction is a 72, which is also silver tier. So I'm expecting the hot corner to be one of the best defensive positions that we have out there for the squad. And then we go to the shortstop. Now, I was also pleasantly surprised seeing the defense that my guy Humberto Arteaga has. He's from Venezuela. He's a contact hitting shortstop, and his defense is overall amazing. Better than Jorge Polanco's defense and better than Nico Goodrum. So I'm expecting him to do big things and make amazing plays. We then go ahead to the catcher. I picked a pretty good defensive catcher. He's a lefty hitting catcher, has pretty good pop. The vision leaves a lot to be desired. He's basically Chris Davis 2.0, except at catcher and with better fielding and arm strength than Chris Davis. And to be funny with it, he actually has better speed than him as well. And the reason I'm going through every single player is because I want you guys to have a personal connection to every single player, especially if you pick one of these primary positions to go diamond first. I want you guys to be connected to these players and basically root for them, etc., through the comment section, because I'm going to be rooting for certain guys as well. For example, the position that I believe is going to go diamond first, I'm going to go ahead and say it's most likely going to be second base. That's going to be my prediction. Remember, I want to hear your predictions down below in the comment section. And then last but not least, we have Rafael Bautista from my hometown, Dominican Republic. He has silver fielding. Arm strength leaves a lot to be desired, but that silver reaction is amazing, and 87 speed is going to get the job done out there in the outfield. Now, in terms of the bench, we just went ahead and picked some power hitting bench hitters because they only get one at bat in the game, and none of them are defensive replacements. For example, yes, he could play some right field. He has bronze fielding, so it's almost as good as Michael's, but he doesn't have the same speed as Michael, and the arm strength is similar to him as well. But what impressed me the most is his power numbers versus righty. 14 vision is definitely going to hurt us a little bit, but we're playing on All-Star to begin. If we go to Hall of Fame, that's when we'll be in some real trouble. Then we go to Peter O'Brien, another power hitting outfielder. This time around, he's great against righties and lefties, so we don't have to necessarily platoon him, but with 18 vision, I think I'd rather face a lefty than a righty. Common fielding, that's why he's not out there in left field, as well as his 42 speed. Left fielder Chris Shaw, 53 fielding, that's common fielding, 31 speed, not good enough to be out there in left field, but his power numbers are pretty good. 68 versus right, 61 versus left, and he's a lefty. He can come in and rake against a lefty. He can come in and rake against a righty. Then we have Trace Thompson. 65 fielding. I believe that is the brother of Klay Thompson. 62 speed. He could definitely go out there and start with Michael, but I decided to actually give Michael the opportunity just because Michael, in terms of contact, has better numbers and vision as well. So he has a bigger PCI pause than Trayce Thompson. Now, last but not least, we have Ryan Flaherty. Now, Ryan Flaherty is all around probably one of the best cards in the game in terms of commons. He has good fielding and he has good hitting stats. 50 vision is beautiful. 42 speed is a little but you'll take it at the end of the day. Reason he's not in the hot corner is because Devin Marrero is probably the best defensive guy we have there abilingside his partner, the shortstop. Now, when we go to the starting rotation, it's a pretty simple starting rotation. All I did was pick a bunch of guys that had a repertoire that I enjoyed pitching with. So we have slider, curveball, changeup, 2 fastballs. Not the best K per 9 or hits per 9, but you have to take what you can get with these common players. We have a lefty, has a slider, changeup, 2 fastballs, reminds me of Chris Sale. Then we have another lefty, he throws a sinker, changeup, curveball, slider. So he has the 4 pitches I want in every single pitcher. Basically, the only unfortunate thing about him is he has a home run per 9 stat pretty high, which has no effect on online gameplay. If you could switch the K per 9 and home runs per 9, I would be a lot happier. Then we have Brady Rogers, once again, good pitching repertoire. And then Hector Santiago, once again, he has all the 4 pitches that I want. Only thing he's missing is a fastball. And then for the bullpen, we went and basically did the same thing. Now, if you're asking me, who do I believe is going to get the first diamond, whether it's going to be the bullpen or the starting rotation, this is how it's going to work for the starting rotation, just in case you're wondering. They can't go, for example, I bring in Vital Nuno and then I bring in a bronze. That's a 65 to 69 overall. I can't go ahead and upgrade the bronze again until we have 2 bronzes. And then for silvers, I can't go ahead and upgrade to the next tier of silver, which is going to be 77 to 79, until I have 3 silvers. And then for golds, until I have 4, etc. So we're going to make sure that our bullpen is fully decked out before we can actually go ahead and make them jump to diamond. So in order for us to have a diamond in the bullpen, every single card needs to be minimum of bronze. That's what I'm trying to say to you all. And the same thing goes for the starting rotation. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this little introduction to the series. Tomorrow we are going to be uploading episode 1, where I took this team to ranked seasons and I gave them a shot. Who do you think is going to be the MVP of tomorrow's game? Leave that down in the comment section below. I hope you all are as excited as I am. Also, make sure you hit that like button or subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all social medias at Bhlademyst. And as always, have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.